After Game 1 of the finals, the Celtics made a statement to everyone who thought their run so far has been a fluke. Growing their lead up to 29, they displayed a handful of their strengths by attacking the Mavs' biggest weaknesses. Let's look at how they did it and what Dallas can do in the future to flip this series' momentum. The Mavs' defense is a very help-heavy scheme that plays drives and helps off perimeter shooters. They've done it all postseason, but the Celtics is probably the worst team to do it against. They're super unselfish and very willing to make extra passes when the defense is in rotation. Here Drew drives and look how many bodies he draws, which opens up the perimeter. Luka is caught ball watching and Hauser gets a nice look for a no-dip 3. Off the drive again, normally the strong side help man should not help, but the Mavs' goal is to prevent shots at the rim, so Drew is left open again. And this showed how dangerous the Celtics are personnel-wise. Gafford helped weak side, but having a center who can shoot gives Horford a wide open look in the corner. The drives by the Celtics, specifically Jason Tatum, led to an explosion offensively. Tatum passed out of 61% of his drives in this game, which is well over his season average of 25%. The word gravity is the best way to describe how Tatum's impact will be in the series if Dallas continues to defend like this. You see Luka in the corner is guarding Derek White, who is a very good shooter. Watch how he literally leaves him open to congest Tatum's path and give all his attention to him. Tatum still beats his man, and that unselfishness I've talked about, he makes the right read to attack the 2-on-1 advantage they have in the corner. Again, he drives and draws 4 bodies in the paint, makes the right read, and finds KP open for a 3. Despite how much Dallas helps in their scheme, there's nobody that they are guarding like this on the Celtics. Tatum finished with a game-high 14 potential assists, and like he has all year, he made the right play. His scoring numbers might be down this series being guarded like this, but having as much talent as he does around him, good players just take what the defense gives them, and that's what he's doing. Another way Boston combated the Dallas defensive help, specifically at the rim, is they put a guard in the dunker spot. By doing so, this forced a smaller defender to be the last line of defense and limited their elite rim protection. Here JB comes off the switch, gets downhill, and you see Kyrie being the baseline help, leading to a dunk. Here again, White cuts to the hoop and instead of clearing out, stays in that dunker spot and gets the feed. Drew was in this position often, but used it sometimes as a way to roam, which got him an open look here. I have to give Joe Mazzulla his flowers. To start this series, he found numerous ways to attack this unique Dallas defense, but the most obvious one was to attack Luka Doncic. There was no chance that Luka would be able to relax defensively in this series like he has in the past, since Boston hunts weak links more than anyone. The Celtics shot 53% on 17 shots when being guarded by Luka. As the series goes on, I expect the amount of shots to increase a lot. Luka really hurt the Mavs defensively. Here he randomly brings an unneeded double team, leading to 3 rotational passes for an open JB3. Now he's guarding Drew and just falls asleep, giving him a free lane to create a 2-on-1 with Kyrie as the last line of defense since White is in that dunker spot. Here Tatum is used as a screener to get Luka switched onto Brown. Luka fails to cut off his strong side, gets blown by, and doesn't rotate onto Tatum and gives up another 3. And now Sam Hauser is a screener to switch Luka on the ball. He plays good defense initially, but gets turned and blown by, eventually giving Lively his 4th foul. So offensively, the Celtics have a lot of buttons to push to control this series, but defensively is an underrated area that Mazzulla has a little control over as well. The Celtics use Tatum to guard the Mavs center to help pick and roll coverages and switches. Tatum led the team with 27 possessions on Lively and Gafford. The Mavs don't want to involve him in actions to be switched onto. This also prevents the center being in the pick and roll, which indirectly stops the Dallas lobs, which has produced 36 alley-oops and 78 total assisted dunks and layups this postseason. But even when Horford was stuck on the Doncic, he struggled to take advantage. In my finals preview video, I said how Luka and Horford would have a lot of moments on each other, and Luka had to make him pay, but in game 1 that didn't happen. Luka shot 1 for 8 from the field and 0 for 4 from 3 versus Al Horford. The Mavs as a team shot 5 for 19 versus Horford, who had a team-high 13 contested shots and 3 deflections. Now is this sustainable? That I'm not sure because Al is 38 years old, but the Mavs only have 2 cell creators. Granted, it's 2 of the best shot creators in the world, but it's not like Dallas has them all over the floor. But the Mavs need to find a way to get more ball movement from their superstars. I understand they are an ISO-heavy team, but the Celtics seem very content in this game with just letting Luka and Kyrie go one-on-one and forcing those 2 to beat them. They only had 9 assists as a team and controlled Dallas's corner 3-point opportunities by just staying home and not helping out those areas. You see here Luka attacks the middle and White stays home in the corner. After a scramble, Jones Jr. drives, but watch Porzingis immediately run to the corner again to prevent the open 3. Some passes later, with the shot clock running down, Al in the strong side corner stays home and lets Luka go one-on-one. Another example, White is the help strong side and Horford weak side corner. Luka drives and they both stay disciplined, and White closes out and Washington misses the wing 3. Again, look how Horford is draped onto Kyrie in the corner. He's not even watching the ball, and it just shows how content Boston is with letting Luka go one-on-one against their on-ball defenders. Dallas was at their best in the previous rounds when they found open shooters in the corners, but that may not be available in this series since the Celtics realize they only have 2 guys that can really do damage on the ball, and they have about 4 or 5 on-ball defenders that they really trust. Game 1 is just a feel-out game for both teams, so I fully expect Dallas to make a lot of necessary adjustments to even this series out. Generating more body movement from their wings, moving the ball more, and switching up defensive looks should be their biggest priorities before Sunday. This is just a start to a very exciting series. I'll see y'all for Game 2 and appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.